Hello, Canal, yeah, today I'm in Neath Canal and I got merchandise for sale. Come and see it. I got a sale, I got a pushchair that doubles as a submarine. Honest to God, it's brilliant. Watch now. Here it is. It's a pushchair and it doubles as a submarine. Here we go. I'm gonna pull it up now. 1, 2, 3, up. All right, then. How are we doing? What about your pushchair?
No, I'm all right, pal.
He doesn't want to buy a pushchair. £350 bargain, doubles as a submarine. I would just you ask Baby Carl. Ask Baby Carl what he thinks of it.
I think it's a lovely piece of merchandise. I was going swimming in it the other day looking for the ancient canal monster. Oh, I couldn't find him now. Oh.
What was he like? Does he give you big ears?
Oh, I've been told he's the biggest monster around. Hiding in the canal. Nobody's ever seen him. He's an ancient legend, he is.
Yes, from Neath Canal. See the monster? Buy your pushchair now. Buy it now. Come on, you want to buy it now. Baby Carl, tell him how good it is.
It's amazing. I nearly found a canal monster once. Couldn't find him though. You couldn't find him? Nearly found him.
Canal, yeah. Well, I was interviewing this tree, and he would not talk to me. So all of a sudden, up pops this bloke by the side of me. Do you know? He says he met Bill Clinton twice. Tell me about Bill Clinton.
He was that big. And he's an American. And he was playing rugby in Oxford. And I was playing as a guest in Oxford as well. And we played this game and I chatted to him, not knowing that he was just a student. And that was it, until the following year I turned up again and there he was, and he knew all about me. He was telling me, he was asking me how I was getting on with the various things I'd been doing the previous year.
Good name. Thank you.
And being polite, I replied and told him, but I was a bit surprised that he'd remembered so much about me. But I couldn't even remember his name. Many years later, I was watching the television. There he was again. But this time, he'd just been elected as the governor of Arkansas. And I thought, good God, this man is obviously going to be something important. I'm very bright that way. And I started being interested in him. And I discovered that he was well known for remembering people because he kept a card index system. Every time he met somebody new, he wrote notes about them in his card index system. And then, when he next met them or thought he was going to meet them, he would revise. Ain't that a thing? No, it ain't a thing.
Well, that's Carl. No,
You've forgotten your own name. You ought to talk to Bill Clinton.
I'm Carl Canal, and I just interviewed Sean, okay, who has got a card in Bill Clinton's index. Have you got a card in Bill Clinton's index? If you have, put your hand up like this and say, I have to. Canal gone.
Oh, it's Carl Clinton here, the identical brother of Bill Clinton, the President of the United States of America, and I'm here on the Neath Canal to interview a wannabe, well, someone who we believe is good enough to do the job of the President of the United States. Sean, we think that you could be the President of the United States. We think that it's a weird job maybe for you because it's probably beneath your abilities, but it's a weird job. Sean, would you take on that weird job of President of the United States of America?
I've done a weirder job than that.
Tell us about it, Sean.
Well, a friend of mine was watching television one night and there was a juggler on it. And he thought anybody could do that. It's probably quite difficult to learn, but after a bit of practice, anyone can do it. But it doesn't matter how well you do it. The one thing it isn't is entertaining. It just isn't entertaining, yet people get paid for juggling. And then he thought, would you demonstrate this? And he thought of me. And he thought somebody doing nothing at all is just as unentertaining. So he had this idea that I could go and sit on a stage for 8 minutes, which apparently is a long time if you're doing nothing, and that would be my job. And for those 8 minutes, I would get £5 a minute.
What date was this, Sean?
This was probably in the 1960s.
So that was a lot of money in those days.
Yeah. I mean, anybody who got sort of 40 quid a month was doing really well. So anyway, he got me these jobs, and I had to go, and the only one I can really remember was the Penthouse Club in London. I've never been in there before or since, and I just had to come on in the middle of a disco and sit on a stool and do nothing, which was remarkably easy. I later asked my friend why he thought of me. He said it was the first name that sprang into his head as someone who could sit there and do nothing. There you are.
Can you remember any songs you were interrupted?
Nope. I don't really remember much about it. It was very boring. It was definitely not entertaining.
How many people were watching you, Sean?
I don't know, a couple of hundred, I suppose.
Did you ever get any applause?
Probably when I stopped. But how do you stop doing nothing?
Well, you do something, obviously.
Yeah, I walked off.
That something could be the President of the United States of America, Sean. I think that should be your next job.
Mr. Biden does it better than I do.
I disagree.
I've seen him do nothing with real skill. Or that Mr. Starmer. He's a good guy for doing nothing.
Yeah, I agree with you totally there. Thank you, Sean. It's very kind. Can you have a wave now?
Action photo.
Thank you, Sean.
Hello, Canal, yeah. I wanted to know, do you know? I don't know. Do you know? I want to know. Do you know? Whose coat is that jacket? Whose coat is that jacket? Tell me now, please, if you know. Whose coat is that jacket? I don't know. You must know. Somebody knows. Canal's gone. You never guess what? Di Richards got a Bill Clinton story too. Here comes Di. Hiya, Carl. Bill Clinton, yes. Yeah, I remember Bill Clinton. He was the president of the USA, wasn't he? Oh yeah, I got a Bill Clinton story for you. So, I ran the New York Marathon in 1992, and on the day that Bill Clinton won the presidential election, we flew back like this from the US, from JFK, and yeah, so they announced in the middle of the flight that Bill Clinton had won the presidential election. So Mike Chen and myself, in the middle of the plane, started singing, "For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, the President of the States, the President of the States." And we did have probably about 10 or 20 people joining in. But it was a fun moment. And that's my Bill Clinton story. Thanks, Carl. Cheers. Oh, baby Carl, you're going to sell this as well. How much is that, baby Carl?
Oh, that's like 20 mil.
Oh, how much? 20 mil?
Yeah, so
Million?
Yeah.
Oh, marvellous.
It's a lovely piece of merchandise, mate.
Oh, it is. Look at this. It goes, oh,
Oh, that's not all.
No?
That spins.
Oh, it spins as well.
That moves.
That moves.
That spins.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
excited. I'm excited.
It all moves.
Hold that, baby Carl. See how excited I am.
It's a lovely piece of merchandise.
It is. Canal gone.
So this has been the special Bill Clinton So this has been the special Bill Clinton Carl Clinton episode, President of the United States episode, starring Sean, starring Molly, starring Ezra. Not forgetting, of course, myself, Carl Clinton,
And of course, Canal. Canal out. Sean out. Ezra out. Molly out. All out. Gone. Thanks a bit.
I think it's a lovely piece of merchandise. I was going swimming in it the other day looking for the ancient canal monster.
I couldn't even remember his name. Many years later, I was watching the television. I could go and sit on a stage for 8 minutes, which apparently is a long time if you're doing nothing.
On the day that Bill Clinton won the presidential election, we flew back